prevailing thoughts going into this offseason was that Jaire Alexander, cornerback for the Green Bay Packers, would be released. Well, over the last few hours, we've learned that that is certainly going to happen, and it makes a lot of sense. Jaire Alexander is 28 years old. He's due a ton of money, a major cap hit against the Green Bay Packers, and he hasn't stayed healthy for them for the better part of last season, and this dates back to really the last 4 seasons. He hasn't had a fully healthy season. So the question becomes, just like every other player that hits the open market, should the 49ers sign him? 100% unequivocally, yes, yes, yes from me. Now, if you follow the channel, you know that my game plan is not to sign a bunch of aging, big money free agents. But Jaire Alexander is not that. First of all, Jaire Alexander is owed nearly $17 million in raw cash from the Green Bay Packers, which means the new team that takes on Jaire Alexander will be working out a new deal. It is likely going to be a prove-it deal because he has been unable to stay healthy, and they're not going to have to pay him a lot of money to get him to where he wants to be. We're talking maybe a one-year deal, $5 million to the new team max. It might even be less than that. Today's sponsor, Underdog. Just because the NFL season is over does not mean you cannot have fun on Underdog. You still got the NHL, MMA, you got baseball coming up, NBA, whatever it is that you want to be a part of, you can with more or lesses or fantasy sports. It is up to you. Use the promo code LSS or the link in the description to get your deposit match of up to $1,000 at the 50% rate. They've always got awesome promos going on. Check them out. Have some fun with Underdog. Let's get back to the video. So I look at it and say, all right, Jaire Alexander may not stay healthy. That is the risk. Okay, that's certainly a big risk, especially if you have a lot of money poured into said player. But in this case, you're not going to have a lot of money poured into him. The reward is, if Jaire Alexander is healthy, he's immediately the best corner on your team. He just is. He, when healthy, is a top 5 corner in this league. I really still believe that. A couple years ago when the debate was Jalen Ramsey was the best corner, I always said Jaire Alexander. Now Jaire Alexander's had a couple years where he hasn't been able to stay on the field. I get all of that. But when he is healthy, he's still truly an elite corner. That is something that the 49ers do not have. In fact, if he's healthy, he's an upgrade over the corner that's exiting in Charvarius Ward, who I love Charvarius Ward. Jaire Alexander is a better player. Now, can he stay healthy? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is there's not a lot of risk. And what I love about it is we're talking about a player who is going to most likely be on a one-year prove-it deal, which means he's going to do everything in his power to be the best player he can be because he's going to want to hit the open market next year and get good money. That to me is a win-win. You're going to get the best Jaire Alexander that is available to you, and you're not going to tie yourself up long-term. And 28 years old, that's still young enough to be a very effective player in this league. I say this is a no-brainer. Go kick the tires on Jaire Alexander, and if you can bring him in, absolutely do it, 49ers.